My name is Algiers Kasembeli. I'm the founder of the Heart Kenya. Today we had a great time coming together as men and young people. Our vision has been to reach out for young men and married men, bringing them together so that we can have conversation, sharing the challenge that we go through as young people and married men. And I went through a lot, and just God called me to reach out for men. And today has been amazing day. Young men here at the watering hole have been receiving their certificate, and married men, because they have done a book called Men with No Regrets, and the other married men have done a book called 26 Discipleship for Men. Our vision is to reach out for boy child, because no one is bringing young men together and say, let us sit down, let us talk, let us have share the challenges that we go through as young men.
Next we have Simon Minor. Simon Minor, hey. Congratulations for completing the course. Men with No Regrets. Congratulations.
The Heart Men Kenya, we started 8 years ago, and today has been just our anniversary for celebrating for 8 years. And we have in Naivasha, Nairobi, Nakuru, Eldoret, Kakamega, and Busia, and Bungoma. We decided to call ourselves the Heart Kenya because when you see animals come together, and we want like us as young men and married men to come together like how buffalo, they come together and protect one another, because we are brothers keepers. The watering hole is just a place where we meet with young men and married men. We have groups that they meet here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Sunday afternoon. We come together, sitting down and having conversation one-on-one with men and sharing the challenges that we go through. The most men who have been coming here, most of them, they have been struggling with alcohol, pornography, all drugs that they take. But right now, when they come here at the watering hole and we share, we pray together, we read Bible together, we have seen young men changing and the married men taking their part as responsible men and young men.
Congratulations for completing the course. God bless you, and we really honor you.
Yeah, we have achieved so many things. Like right now, we have a barber shop where we are just trying to empower young men. Here at the watering hole, we have young men who have PhD degree in different background, and we just want to bring them together to give them hope that there is hope. So we are trying also, as we come together and sharing the challenge that we go through, we want to empower them so that they can have something on the table. And also married men, they can take their responsibility to provide for their family, to be the provider, the priest, and the protector for their families. The challenge that I go through, most of people, they will ask me, why only men? Why only boy child? It is because no one is talking with men, and that's why we came together as men. The challenge that they go through, I want to help them, but I'm struggle because I don't have big job getting money to empower them. But we are just trusting God that people will come around the county government of Nakuru, national government. We come together and partner so that we can empower our young men and married men. Here in Nakuru, we have young men, 50 of them, and also we have married men, 15 of them. So in total, we have like 65 here in Nakuru. But we have in Nairobi, we have Naivasha and Eldoret and Kakamega and Busia and Bungoma. So in each place, we have different men. So in total, we can have like 250 men that are under the Hard Men Kenya. You can find us on the social media, YouTube channel, The Hard Kenya, Facebook, The Hard Kenya, TikTok, The Hard Kenya, and also very soon we'll be launching our website, so also you will find us on the website. And also you can find us on TikTok, The Hard Kenya. And also we are in Teachers, Nakuru, where we are. You can just pass here and you'll see the name, the watering hole, and we will welcome you so that you can be able just to sit down and have coffee and you can share together. I just want to encourage young men that don't lose hope, don't give up, because most of young men, they need things to happen immediately. But my encouragement to them that trust God and everything will work out.
Well, my name is John Heemer. I'm from Pennsylvania in the United States, and I work with an organization specifically here in Kenya as a volunteer, and the organization is called Priority One Foundation, and it's a ministry that reaches out to men specifically to help them learn to walk in a deeper relationship with Jesus Christ. There's certainly a lot of challenges that young men here in Kenya and the United States also struggle with. There are issues with pornography, alcoholism, drugs, crime, a lot of different things. And in both countries, both young men deal with those things. So the question then becomes, well, how do we help them deal with those? Well, the first thing that we like to concentrate on is the fact that they need to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. And so we focus on their spiritual heart first. And then the question is, how can we help them in those other areas? And that's a big challenge also. But we want to start them out by helping them understand that they have a God who died on the cross for them, a God who loves them and cares for them, and to bring that water of truth to quench that thirst that they would have. There is no real shortcut to get rich. And even if you found a shortcut to get rich, it's not necessarily the answer. Because the people who find shortcuts to get rich, it never lasts long. And sooner or later, it runs out. So the reality is, from my perspective, that you need to have a relationship with God, number one. And you need to follow God, and He'll lead you into a path. And if that path happens to be you become wealthy, well, then I think God has an expectation that wealth will be shared with others too. So, but yeah, I know what you mean. They want to be. They play football so that they can become a football star and make millions of dollars or millions of Kenya shillings, whatever. But the reality is, it's a false. It's just false. It just doesn't fulfill them the way they needed to be fulfilled. Any riches from the world aren't going to give you what you want. I mean, I talked about the need to have a relationship with God, and it should start there. But I know that can't be, that isn't enough as long as they're on this planet. They have hopes and dreams, and they want to have families, they want to have good jobs, they want to have food on the table, they want to protect their wives and children, and that's a difficult challenge, especially here in Kenya where so many men are unemployed. So what we're hoping that we can do is expand beyond just the spiritual aspect of their lives and to kind of reach across the world and bring some of our resources, not necessarily financial resources, but our skills and ability into the lives of some of these young men in a way that would help them grow and give them some hope. Because you're right, there isn't any hope, or there's little hope. But I think with Algis and I and what we're hoping to do, and we're following God's lead on it, that at least in this little area, in this little spot, we can make a difference and bring some hope. That is a loaded question. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I can understand the question in what you're saying is that basically Eve was deceived first. But then Adam didn't do anything to stop her either. He didn't intercede. He kind of just acquiesced to the situation. And yeah, it created a bad situation. So as far as the women are concerned, I'm not one to say that I blame them, but a man has to step up still and do the right thing in his life. He's got to be the leader of his household from a spiritual standpoint. And I know it's a challenge here where a lot of men don't have work and they could lose their job on one day and all of a sudden not have money for the rent. And that's a big challenge. And his wife is standing there expecting that he's going to take care of her, and now he can't. And that's a big difficulty. But yeah, I don't know that I can draw on anything specifically regarding the woman's struggle or what happened with Adam and Eve. I'm not sure how I can address that, or I'm not sure if I'm qualified to. That was a tough question. Now, that's